Hey, super readers! So today we are going to try something different with our reading. So when you are ready to read, right now I want you to get up and you are going to go over to the shelf near the window, and in the blue bucket you're going to find a whisper phone. So I would like you to get one of the whisper phones. So pause the video and go grab that whisper phone. Now that you have your whisper phone, we are going to read a short story called The Roller Coaster. So my expectation for you is that while I'm reading the story, I would like you to read it with me in the whisper phone. That way you're reading out loud with me. So please make sure that you're reading in your whisper phone with me as we read our story. The Roller Coaster. Look, there it is, Abby shouted in excitement as she pressed her face up against the car window. As the family car drove closer, the bright lights and roller coasters of Six Flags came into view. Those rides sure look tall, Beatrice mumbled as she bit at her fingernails, nervously watching as her dad parked the car. Abby and Beatrice were twins, but they looked nothing alike. Abby had long, blonde hair and eyes as blue as the ocean, while Beatrice had short, brown hair and green eyes. They were both 9 years old. After paying for their tickets and going through the gates, the father and daughters looked for a roller coaster to go on. "Oh, let's go on the Batman one," Abby said as she pointed at the ride. The Batman ride she pointed at was black and it went high up, with lots of loops and twists on the way down. Beatrice looked up at it with wide eyes. "I don't know. It looks kind of dangerous," she said with a hint of uncertainty in her voice. "Come on, it'll be fun. Don't be such a scaredy cat," her sister said as she grabbed on Beatrice's arm and pulled her along. Beatrice resisted, tugging her arm back before looking around at the other rides. "Wait, how about that one, the Bugs Bunny ride? That one looks safe. Let's go on that one first," she suggested, pointing at the ride. Unlike the Batman ride, the colorful Bugs Bunny ride didn't have any twist or loops at all, and it didn't go very high either. It only had small hills and was overall a slower ride. Abby looked in the direction that her sister was pointing at. "That's sort of a baby ride," she thought to herself. She knew her sister didn't like roller coasters as much as she did, but she really wanted them to ride them all together. Suddenly, she had an idea and a smile grew on her face. "How about this?" Abby began. "We can ride the Bugs Bunny ride first, and then let's go on the Batman ride after. You can sit between Dad and I and hold our hands. Deal?" Beatrice thought about it before slowly nodding, liking how the idea sounded. "Deal."